Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Cheers to a new year. So I wanted to hop on and tell you guys a 2023 recap of all the books I read, and then I'm going to go through and tell you the top 24 books that I want to read off of this bookshelf. So let's go and get started on the top 10 books I read, and I read 51 books in 2023. So we have What Lies in the Woods. I do not have this book, so I'm going to post a picture right here. We have The Midnight Library, which was a really good book. Midnight Library. If you have not read this, I recommend you read it. Basically, it's between life and death. There's a library. At the top of the library, you get to choose a different role and like how your life would be. And so she goes through and chooses the different role and how her life would be. And then she always ends back up in the library to see which one she likes the best. Very eye-opening. Loved it a lot. The next one was The Nightingale. This was a very eye-opening book. I could not get into it at first. It took me about 150 pages. And then once I got to 150, I blew through it within like 2 days. Cried at the end of it. It's a really good book. It's about World War II, the Holocaust, and it's point of view of two sisters and friends. So it goes through like what happens when the husbands go to war, what happens when the younger sister, who's the rebellion, doesn't want to do what the army people say, so they just move it on. So again, this is a very good book, very eye-opening. And we have Out of the Ashes. Again, this was my favorite book of 2023. I bought it because it was based off of a real story in West Virginia. It's a murder mystery and it's a true crime. I don't have it with me, but I will post a picture here. I let it go to a friend and I seem to misplaced it, but I will post it here. The best book I read in 2023. And then 28 Summers by Alden Hannebrandt. I give this a 5-star. A good read. Give it to my mom. She also loved it. So all my romance, this is a great summer read. It's about 28 summers with someone you love, but you only do it in the summertime. Okay. Must Love Flowers by Debbie Macomber is also another one I borrowed and don't have. It was also amazing, but Debbie Macomber is my favorite author. So any book that she writes is my favorite. The Lion Club by Anya Ward. This is the top 2 books. This is very interesting. So it's an elite private school nestled in the Colorado Mountains. Natalie, an office assistant, dreams of having a life like the mom she deals with every day. Women like Brooke, a gorgeous and Asha, an overprotective mom who suspects her husband is having an affair. Little do they know how their fates are bound. That's what I'm going to tell you. Super good book. Highly recommend it. This is a great fall back to school read. And the last one, 2 more. The Prize Girl is also really good. I'm trying to remember which one that was about. Here's the title. And it was about a girl had a stalker and they were trying to figure out how she died. And it turns out being someone that you did not completely suspect. I never figured it out until it happened. I was shocked. And the last one was The Last Party. This was amazing. It's the party to end all parties, but not everyone is here to celebrate. So this was a kind of a different perspective. There was 2 parts to the story. So the first part was told at like the beginning by the other people, and the second part was told at a different time period. The same time period, but different perspectives. Super cool. I've never read a book like this, so this was awesome. All right, let's get on to 24 books I want to read in 2024. So I'm gonna pull them off the shelf and I'll be right back. All right, I'm just gonna stand and hold them up. So the first 2 so far is If She Were Dead. Again, these are all books that I've bought on the bookshelf. Some of them I bought new, some of them are used. They've just been on my bookshelf and I want to read them. So Amelia and Jeanette are in love with the same man, Jeanette's husband. One knows it, the other doesn't. Or does she? So there's the first one. She's gone, she's gone, she's gone. The perfect couple is the perfect lie. When 17-year-old Hunter Griffith wakes up in the hospital on the night of homecoming, he's shocked to learn he and his girlfriend, Chloe Summers, have been in a terrible car accident. Hunter has no memory of the crash and has shocks turned to horror when he's turned Chloe's blood has been found in the car, but she's disappeared. So again, this will be a great back-to-school fall read. Tell Me Your Lies is another one. Lily Abigail would do anything to protect the people she loves. She made ruthless choices to make sure the secrets stayed buried. And she's not going to stop now. Is when her party animal daughter Rachel spins out of control. Lily hires a Reno therapist and healer to help her, and is the skilled and enriched that Rachel desperately needs. But as Rachel falls increasingly under Amber's spell, she begins to turn to her parents, and Lily grows suspicion. So there's that one. The next one is a Christmas book, and it's Home Sweet Christmas by Susan Mallory. And then we have a beach read, Vacation Land or Summer Read. The simmering summer read about family, secrets, marriage, and motherhood. Then we have The Bones of the Story. When a dead body is found on their college campus, a group of former classmates discover that it wasn't the first and it won't be the last. Again, another good fall read. Then we have Little Monsters by Kara Thomas. I've read her before. I think I've read one of hers, and she's really, really good. What kind of girl doesn't cry when her friend goes missing? Casey is the new girl in Brooklyn Falls, and she can't believe how nice everyone has been to her. She's even become a part of the tight new circle of friends. Bailey and Jade invite her to do everything with them, which is why it's so odd that they go to the biggest part of the year without her. We have another one called Prom House, a killer after a party. When Callie walks into the gorgeous beach house, it's a dream come true. She still can't believe she talked her parents into letting her spend the weekend down the shore with her boyfriend, Liam, after prom. Is someone prom date a killer? Then we have Bleeding Heart Yard from the international bestseller. When Cassie Fitzgerald was at school in the late 1990s, she and her friends killed a fellow student. Decades later, Cassie's happily married mother, who loves a job, a police officer, she closely guards the secrets she has but erase them from her memory. One day, her husband finally persuades her to go to the school reunion. Cassie catches up her high-achieving old friends from Manor Park School. So, then we have one that I'm really excited to read is The Housemaid. I've heard really great things about this, and like 3 of my friends have said pick it up. So, we're going to read it. Then we have The Nanny. One hot night in the summer of 1987, Hannah, the Hoyt family nanny, left Lake Hall without a trace, devastating 7-year-old Joe haunted by the loss of a woman she loved more than anyone. Joe grew up blaming her beautiful mother, Virginia. 30 years later, wake up to a tragedy. We have You Are Not Alone. You probably knew someone like Shay Miller. She wants to find love. It eludes her. She wants to be fulfilled, but her job is a dead end. She wants to belong, but her life is becoming increasingly isolated. You probably don't know anyone like the Moore sisters. They have an unbreakable circle of friends. They have a life of glamour and perfection. They always get what they desire. Shay thinks she wants their life, but what they really want is hers. The Dilemma. I've had this on my shelf for a while when my friends give it to me, so I'm going to read it. 2 Christmas books. We have A Magical New York Christmas, and then we have A 1 Week in December. The Other Passenger. It all happens so quickly. One day you're living the dream, commuting to work by ferry with their charismatic neighbor Kit in the seat beside you. The next, Kit hasn't turned up the vote, and his wife Mila has been reporting missing. Then we have The 5-Star Weekend. This one came out this year, and I didn't get to read it, so we're going to read it now. And the next is a series, and then I'm going to watch it. So one of us is lying, one of us is next, and one of us is back. I was waiting until the 3rd book came out. Then we have Mary Higgins Clark, Just Take My Heart. She is my favorite thriller author. She's the one that got me into reading thrillers. Then we have the one I started today, One by One by Ruth Ware. And then we have 2 more. The Third Grave by Lisa Jackson. And the one I'm most excited for, The Resemblance. This is the perfect fall Gilmore Girls book. Alright guys, that's it for my 2024 To Be Read book and my top 10 books of 2023. Hope you have a great day and have a happy new year.